Hello and welcome back to the Note. We've had a nice bounce back day here on Wall Street. The S&P has made good some of its recent losses. That's largely because of the conclusion of the bank stress tests here, which have actually allowed some of the big banks to pay more of a dividend again and even borrow to do it. Very good news for the markets. Apparently they very much want a yield in the current environment, and many of the big banks were paying not even half the yield they used to before the crisis. That's not down to any big macro factor. Now, beyond that, the big story of the day continues to be the dollar. It's had a relatively quiet day today, but early on it did briefly get above 100 on the trade-weighted dollar index, which we're showing you here. This is the index which traders tend to take most seriously as a trade-weighted index during the day. It's the highest it's been since early 2003. And as you can see, even if it hit bottom in 2008, most of that rise has come since last summer, and there has been another very dramatic leg up in the last few weeks. That's not really to do with American factors, it's more to do with other central banks charging downwards, not just the European Central Bank, but we've also heard of cuts or easings from Asian banks in India, China, and most recently Korea. Now, to give you another insight into the strength of the dollar, this is how the dollar has fared against the Swiss franc. You'll remember that the Swiss National Bank was intervening to keep its currency weak, gave up in January, causing a day of remarkable turmoil across markets. The dollar has almost made up all of that inside of 2 months. Quite remarkable strength for the dollar. Now, in terms of earnings, that great new strength really has not been reflected yet in any earnings estimates. That's probably something we can look forward to in the next quarter. In terms of macroeconomic effects, you have to ask whether this could yet affect the Fed's decision over raising interest rates. But for the time being, the dollar remains almighty.